right, so I'm pretty excited because 6 months ago, when I got this truck, I talked about the reason why I got a mid-sized pickup was that I wanted to do a Canopy camper setup. And I love it when a plan comes together. Today, I'm up in New Hampshire to pick up my new Canopy camper. So I looked at a lot of different options, and there are tons out there. And I ended up going with a company called Rad Camper. And I was up here in New Hampshire in February, I believe, to meet with Matt, the owner and operator of that company, and look at one that he had in stock that we weren't sure if it was going to fit my Frontier because he'd not fitted a Frontier before. And it didn't end up fitting, but Matt very generously said he would make me the next one that would come off of his, I'll say, assembly line, but it's a smaller operation than that, right? It's a lot more individually crafted. In any case, he pinged me while I was out on our Heiner adventure and said that it would be ready this week. And that's fantastic because tomorrow I'm supposed to be headed down to Georgia to do part of the Georgia Traverse with my brother. So I think for me, the deciding criteria was a couple of different things. In particular, Rad Campers being up here in New Hampshire and me being in Philadelphia, they were easy to get to in a acceptable drive. And so that's important when you talk about support after the sale. And I also like the fact that it was a smaller manufacturer, local business, obviously American made. And it was a more affordable option because I could drive easily to the location where it would get installed. There's also no tax in New Hampshire. I try to find good values. And for me, being out here on the East Coast, when a lot of these manufacturers of Canopy campers are on the West Coast or in, more centrally located Rocky Mountains, etc., it costs a lot of money to have those shipped out to the East Coast. And sometimes it's got to go to an authorized installer, which I understand, particularly if you're offering a warranty. That can add thousands of dollars to the bill. So I'm going to double the lockable storage that I've got in the back. Plus, I'm no longer going to have to carry a tent. I'm no longer going to have to carry a cot. I'm going to be able to put the mattress and the sleeping stuff into the tent area and leave it up there. So this is, in line with the vision I had for this build, and I'm really happy today that it's coming together. So why don't we roll on over there and see about getting a Canopy camper installed on this thing and taking the next step with this rig. Come on along. All right, so I'm super excited with the way this came out. The camper looks great. I can't wait to try it out starting tomorrow night. And I'm here with Matt from Rad Campers, and he's going to tell us a little bit about this camper here.
Yeah, hey, I'm Matt with Rad Campers. I'm here with Dave. He's one of my first few customers we've had here at the company, so we're pretty new. I'm pretty happy with the product we're making. You look over here, this is the first model we came out with, and this is the first one in all black we were able to do. But we chose to do a lot of the construction based on materials we have to keep the cost as low as possible. So for example, the roof is basically a 4x8 sheet of aluminum, and all these extrusions are just under 8 feet on the side, but with the end pieces brings it to the full 8 feet. Therefore, it cuts down on our shipping costs from the supplier, and comes with all three cabana doors that open all the way up. And there's a few adjustments on the inside here. So if you want the door to be more flat, you know, for like a little bit of rain coverage, you have that option. The roof comes up to about somewhere between 6'3" to 6'5" of headroom on the inside, and the bunk panel can be removed completely, or it stows on the front cab over, so you're able to walk around in the whole camper when it's in during the daytime. And in sleep mode, you could keep everything just the same beneath you, and you hop up in the bunk, and you don't have to really no setup or takedown other than popping the roof. Other than that, I think that about sums it up. And Dave was the first one we did windows, so he's pretty psyched about that. He's pretty happy to try installing those. Pretty easy, not a big deal at all. Just generic RV windows. So if you ever break one or one becomes damaged, you can get those right on Amazon. And that's same with a lot of the products, like the latches are from Amazon, these are from Amazon, the lights from Amazon. So if you're across the country, you don't have to contact me, which would be the middleman, waiting for parts to get to me, then to you. So you can bypass all that and get your camper back up and running as soon as possible. So I think that's about all I have for today.
All right. Well, you know, Matt, like I said, I'm super excited about this. I really appreciate, you know, you working with me to help me achieve my vision on it. And I can't wait to give you some positive feedback when I get it out there on the trail.
Sure, I appreciate it, Dave. That'd be great.
Looking forward to it.
All right, enjoy.
Thanks. This is just the beginning. Now that the camper's on, the next step is dialing in the setup, hitting the trail, and putting it to the test. Got questions about this camper or the decision-making process? Drop them in the comments below. And if you're into trail-tested gear, real-world camping setups, and mid-Atlantic overlanding, make sure to subscribe. There's a lot more coming, including my next video from the Georgia Traverse. Thanks for watching.